Today on the channel from the brand new Disney Plus Marvel Legends Hydra Stomper wave, we've got Goliath and Warrior Gamora from, of course, What If, and from WandaVision, Agatha Harkness.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel, from the latest Disney Plus Marvel Legends wave, we got Agatha Harkness, we got Warrior Gamora, and we've got Goliath. But for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And as usual, we're going to do ladies first. And I guess we'll go to WandaVision for the first time with Agatha Harkness here. Now, this is a very highly anticipated figure. A lot of people were looking for when the original WandaVision figures came out. Gosh, when was that? As we always say, what is time? That had to have been over a year ago. Probably a year and a half, possibly something like that. It's been a heck of a long time. But Agatha Harkness stole a lot of hearts, and I truly think she was probably the best character in the series. That's a personal opinion, I guess. But excited to have this one here, and we'll see what all the fuss is about at the end of the day when we get her out of the package. But there she is in the package there, looking like a very devilish witch right there. Looking good. Of course, the WandaVision logo, Marvel Legends, Disney Plus, all that kind of stuff. Of course, plastic-free packaging. We're still in the plastic-free era is what we're in right now. Hydra Stomper on the side, there it is. And of course, we're going to build him. We're going to unbox all of these on the channel. Last video, of course, we'll build the Hydra Stomper, and we'll rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite. So stay tuned for that one as usual. Glamour shot on this side from the TV series, Marvel Legends logo down low. Bunch of jibber jabber at the bottom, and then a little glamour shot, some accessories, some Build-A-Figure stuff. Does she not come with? She comes with no accessories. I can't believe this. And it's getting a lot. You know, these figures aren't as cheap as they used to be. Nothing really is, but it feels like we're getting less bang for our buck in some of this. We do get our Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure pieces, but I don't know. Some effect pieces, something would have went well with this one, I think. I don't know. You guys sound off in the comments down below. But now we're going to pull this out. Whoa, we're losing stuff left and right. See you later. Goodbye. And then we got a little baggie here. What's in the baggie? What's in the bag? See you later. Goodbye. It is the Hydra Stomper helmet. Okay, very interesting. It's two heads. So, of course, we'll build him at the end. So stay tuned for that on the channel, like I did say. Little Spider-Man style. See you later. Goodbye. What do we got here? More Hydra Stomper stuff. I guess I should have known that. There's no accessories for Agatha. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. Little jetpack on the back there. So we got that. And now we're going to get her out of the cardboard prison here. See you later. Ooh, spin on it. There was a little spin, shaking the camera a little bit. That's a dangerous. It was a dangerous see you later. A dangerous meeting like a young King Diamond at the end of the day. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. And I guess we're down to Agatha Harkness. No accessories, no extra hands, no nothing going on here. But definitely an interesting feeling figure. There's no doubt about it. First thing I noticed is this big scarf. I guess we'd call this a scarf. A little bit translucent here. Almost looks like a fruit roll-up or something. Like a grapefruit roll-up is what this looks like. I'm going to put that on my tongue and just be off to the races there. Just like school back in the day. In the old playground, of course, as we always talk about. But definitely an interesting figure. Almost feels and looks a little bit like a traffic cone. We've all had traffic cone figures in the past. Kind of feels that way. Kind of feels like that. There's not going to be a ton of articulation and movement you're going to get out of this with this big kind of dress. I guess we'll call it a dress on her. It's a witch's dress. And she's got a little amulet there in the chest right there. Very interesting in the hand department here. She's got the dirty fingers going on. So who knows what she's been doing. She's going to lick those fingers clean. She does got the dark fingers there going on. Got the big wizard sleeve here. Oh, everybody loves the wizard sleeve. Oh, yeah. Give me the wizard sleeve all day. So she's got that going on right there. And like I said, you got the crazy translucent scarf cape combo going around, all whimsical and crazy, and got the blue old lady dress going on, like she's getting ready to go to a prayer circle or something like that at the church, and she's gonna have a potluck while she's there. Who knows? Definitely interesting. The head sculpt definitely looks like the actress. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I remember her from, of course, Step Brothers, one of the greatest movies of all time. We all love Step Brothers. She was definitely in that movie there, but she's got the big, long, whimsical, curly, crazy hair. A nice smile, but you know she's up to no good. You know she's up to a little bit more. We got that going on there. And I guess articulation-wise, we do get head movement, but barely anything. With that big old hair going on, it's pretty much limiting all the articulation. We do get waist articulation, so we at least have some of that. We do get single jointed elbows back and forth, but a little bit limited once again by the wizard sleeve. It's a hard wizard sleeve. It's not soft. It's a hard wizard sleeve that she's got going on right there. You do get leg articulation stuff, but it's pretty much not there. I'd almost prefer this just to be like an actual traffic cone, just kind of sit there, because these legs aren't going to do anything for you. She does have black high-heeled shoes on, but there's really no movement. I mean, you get movement out of there, but you can't bend the knees. You can't really get much out of this the way this is put together, I guess is what you'll say. You could put her on like a flight stand or something, kind of hovering off the ground, maybe, but very limited in articulation, definitely limited in accessories here. This is a little bit of a head-scratcher one. If it wasn't such an iconic character, and I use that a little bit loosely, I guess, depending who you talk to, I don't know if anybody would really want this figure, because it's really lacking in a lot of ways. It doesn't feel as much like an action figure as it does feel kind of like a traffic cone, like I keep going back to, or almost like a standing accessory, which isn't the end of the world, but it is a pretty expensive price point for no accessories, nothing else with it. But she does fit on a ringside collectible stand, and you're probably going to need a stand for her. With everything she's got going on, going to be one of those ones that might fall over on you pretty easily there. But it's an interesting one. It's one I wanted. It's one I'm happy we got. I just wish they could have executed a few things a little bit differently, but I get it. It's all about budgets at the end of the day, and there's a lot of new sculpting. There's a lot of newness in this figure, so you always got to take that business step back. This brand new head, brand new hair sculpt, some of the new Laffy Taffy fruit roll up we called it, fruit roll up going on, the wizard sleeve, all that stuff. A lot of newness with this one, so it is what it is, trying to justify it a little bit, but at the end of the day, you got to justify it with your wallet. You either pass or you pick it up, or you play the long game, you get it on clearance. It's just the way it's going to be. But now we turn our attention to What If, and we say What If once again here on the channel for Warrior Gamora. Of course, we did get an entire What If wave, once again, What Is Time, maybe a year ago, something like that. A mixed bag set, a mixed bag, I think, at the end of the day. Warrior Gamora, one of the ones from the series that didn't get in that wave, so I guess here's a little bit of What If leftovers right here, and this is going to be an interesting one we'll talk about in a second. But Warrior Gamora should be interesting here. Looking good, looking interesting, that's what we're going to call it. And What If down at the bottom, Marvel Legends, Warrior Gamora, all that stuff going on. Hydra Stomper checklist, once again, of course, we're going to unbox all these on the channel. Little glamour shot of the What If over there, the Watcher. He's just watching. He's just a peeping Tom at the end of the day. That's just really what he is. Check out Peeping Tom, the Mike Patton Band. There you go. That's a deep cut. UPC, Jibber Jabber, all that stuff. Hydra Stomper, Build-A-Figure piece. You do get the big blade on her at least, so we do get some accessories going on with this one here. Pull it out of the package. Let's see what's going on with old Gamora. Off to the side. See you later. I'm putting a lot of spin on it as of late. I'm a spinner. See you later. It's like a Frisbee. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. All right. What do we got going on here? What's doing? Well, we get some Hydra Stomper pieces here. We get an arm and we get a hand. So we're building it. We're slowly building it. See you later. Once again, we're going to put that off to the side with all the other pieces. And we get the figure right there. Beautiful green skin. See you later. Goodbye. Huge Oakland A's fan, Gamora. I think that's why her skin tone's that way. That makes sense. It makes sense. At the end of the day, bam. See you later. Goodbye, and we're going to look at the accessory first right here. She's got the big old dual blade. Big, big weapon, a dangerous weapon, a sharp blade. You don't want to be anywhere near this. Got the gold in between, the silver on the edge. Definitely feels like an old school weapon, like a big blade is like something from the Knights of the Round Table days or whatever. But then it's got some crazy sculpting in it that gives it kind of a technology-like thing. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that going on, but a dual-edged blade. Definitely a dangerous day at the office if you're squaring off with old Warrior Gamora, and she's definitely a warrior in this instance here. But now we get her out of the package here, and definitely interesting. I think I would definitely know this is Gamora, especially since I saw the episode, but definitely looks like her. I could see you, though, asking somebody, okay, who is this? Somebody might say, well, is it She-Hulk? And I think people would assume She-Hulk just because of the green skin there. What are we racist here? What are we doing? Just because she's got green skin, she's the She-Hulk all of a sudden? Come on, what are we doing? It's Warrior Gamora at the end of the day. But definitely interesting. It's Gamora in the face. She's got some of that face paint. I don't know what you call it on her face, but it looks like face paint. But she's got some of that, a very stoic look on her. Doesn't look like she's going to be a warrior on everybody. She looks like she's sitting in her college lecture class and just about ready to fall asleep is what she looks like to me. Definitely black hair going down to the red and the roots. Probably a lot of upkeep out there in space trying to find a hairstylist to get that done for you. And then she does got her armor on here. Very kind of Thanos-like in a lot of ways. Of course, we know that whole story. But definitely has that going on. She's got the forearm guards, got the gloved hands, got the big shoulder pads there, the big vest. She's got a little bit of a skirt going on like she's straight out of Eternia or something. And then she's got the gold and kind of the charcoal color throughout all the way down to the legs. And even has some kind of high heels going on there. So some interesting shoes here. So some new sculpting going in on this one as well. And we're seeing a lot of that in this set, which isn't a bad thing. There's a lot of people that are going to say they wanted more out of this set, that they feel like they got cheaped out on accessories, myself included in some of these instances, but definitely is interesting. There's no doubt about it here. And some of the things I noticed, let's dive in the articulation before I start talking that stuff. But you do get back and forth on the head, really limited by the hair sculpt though. That does get in the way from some of that movement. You can say the same thing about the arms. You get limited by that shoulder articulation up there because of the big shoulder pads on her. Straight out of the 80s is what's going on. She does got a bicep cut, but she also does have double jointed pinless elbows. We're playing the hits right here at the table today. I'm here for that. Hands back and forth, side to side. Remember, no extra hands with this one. Would have loved a fist. If you're a warrior, you better have a strong fist. Hula hoop at the top. Big old splits if you need them. Thigh cut going on. Double jointed knees, very tight knees, very pinless knees, and you know I'm here for that. Then you get the ankles back forth, side to side, a little up and down as well. So looking really good in that department as well. And now does she fit on a ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle? Saving 10%. She is not going to fit. It looks like her hole is too small. She's got to work on that hole a little bit. She's got to get that thing a little wider. Not going to happen. She is not going to fit on there. But of course she will hold this weapon. Boy, this is a big weapon for her. But she holds it okay. I could see over time maybe her arms slowly dripping because this is a little bit heavy for these smaller arms. But definitely interesting. Definitely What If Gamora. And I would say one of my least favorite What If episodes. I don't know if I could rank them all off the top of my head right now. But I remember just kind of being a little bit, it's okay. It was worth a watch once. I would never watch it again. That's just me, though. You guys, your mileage may vary there. But an interesting one. Another one I'm going to add to my What If shelf. And that's kind of the theme of this whole line here is there's going to the WandaVision shelf. This is going to the What If shelf. And obviously this one's going to go to the What If shelf as well, as it is Goliath. Now, this is an interesting one. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they said, hey, this is an unaired episode that didn't make it. It was supposed to be part of Series 1, or Season 1, I should say. Didn't end up happening, and they're going to have it on Disney Plus eventually. I don't know if it's going to be Season 2, it's going to be put into that, or it's going to be a standalone one-off episode one day. But Goliath, he's a guy that's been out there. We know all about those Pym particles, and I actually have an old-school Goliath that I've still never unboxed from like San Diego Comic-Con many years ago, part of that big Ant-Man set. One of these days I'll open that one up. Would have been a great comparison for this one, but it is what it is. But this one is interesting because none of us know anything about this episode. It's all up in the air unless you created it or worked on the episode, I guess. So it's just kind of is there. So I think that's going to hurt this figure a little bit. Maybe some people will buy it just because, oh, I like the looks of it, like me, I guess, and I want to complete my Build-A-Figure. But very, very strange to not have this out there and no estimated details of when we're going to see this episode or anything like that. So definitely an interesting one. We haven't seen something like this in quite a long time. So a little bit up in the air. All we can talk about is what the figure is and what it represents and really no backstory. So definitely an interesting one right here. Of course, What If down there, Goliath right there, Marvel Legends, the usual stuff, Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure checklist. What if on the side? What if is the question we ask. And then on the back, you got a little Build-A-Figure parts, you got jibber jabber, you got a glamour shot. Once again, no extra pieces, no extra accessories with this one, just Build-A-Figure pieces. So, I don't know, it's just tough. It's tough. I feel like we needed something with him, but it is what it is. See you later. And then a little Spider-Man, see you later. I feel like we just need a little bit more out of these. With that extra price point, just a little something. See you later, goodbye. It just feels like it's incomplete in a lot of ways. And I know there's a lot of people that champion that a lot harder than I do. I understand it. People say, oh, you're shilling for Hasbro. See you later, goodbye. I go back and forth. I understand where people are complaining, but I also understand Hasbro. They got to make a return on their investment, and they don't want to break even. They want to make money. I understand all that kind of stuff. You got the Disney's taxes in there, the Marvel taxes in there. I get a lot of that stuff, but I've always felt the Marvel team has done, at least to me, this is one man's opinion once again, see you later, that I felt they've done a better job than the Star Wars team, for example, of still feeling like we're getting a little bit of bang for our buck, where the Star Wars team just feels like, I just feel this is a price hike. I don't feel like they try to do anything to give us a little something or work around it as much as they could. Marvel team, I've always felt, has worked around it to the best of their abilities. This set, though, just striking me as just a little bit plain Jane. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but there's the Build-A-Figure arm right there in hand. And they just got Goliath straight up, just by himself here. And now, I believe the Ant-Man head is the reuse going on. Definitely a cool-looking figure here. Almost looks like an astronaut in some ways. The blue and black attack looks good against that white and the silver and the little blue particles going on there. Definitely a good-looking figure. I will give it that. But we are looking at an old body design. We got the pins in the knees, pins in the elbows once again. And like I said, the Ant-Man head, we know all about that one. And of course, head back forth, side to side. Looks like a helmet. You can see some eyes back there as well. This definitely looks good. You got a little black around the top. Talked about the coloring combination going on. Arms do go all the way around for us. We do get a bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, very tight, but not pinless. But very tight. You get the hands back forth, side to side. We do get a Fist of Fury, man. I'm here for that. Got the old ab crunch going on as well. Waist articulation. And is this correct? I'm trying to think. In this entire wave, is this the only guy with a real traditional ab crunch? I guess Nick Fury and Talos might have that. We'll see. I haven't unboxed those yet. But definitely the girls didn't have the traditional ab crunch. Yelena Belova didn't have the traditional ab crunch. Kingpin didn't have traditional ab crunch. So that's an interesting thing to note here, but does have the traditional one on this one. Do got the waist articulation. Nice little belt going on in the middle here. That's a nice look. Does got that kind of nice feeling butt. Yeah, butt. I'm feeling his butt right there. But also the smooth plastic, I guess we'll call it. We'll call it smooth plastic. Feels really nice on this one. He does get the splits going on. Do got the thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Once again, not pinless. We do get a little knee pad right there like a young Terry Steinbach, as we do know. No boot cut of any kind, ankles back forth, side to side, and that is really it for the articulation on old Goliath right here. Now, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Of course, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stands at ringside collectible, and he fits perfectly right there. So, for being a character in the What If universe that I know absolutely nothing about, I really like this one. I like how it looks. Obviously, I would love the pinless joints. That would be great on this. But something about that nice kind of metallic blue against the silver and the black and the white. This one really pops as far as looking at a shelf, looking at figures. Man, this one looks really good. Don't know anything about him, but he looks good. So, very cool here for what that is. Gamora, same kind of thing. Definitely understand the series, understood the episode she was in. It's just one of those things. It's just a little bit off to me. And Agatha, probably the one I was most excited for in the entire wave. It does hit me where I want to be hit, but I felt like I needed a little bit more or a little bit something more. Just something more is where I'm going to put it with this one. Still, it's okay. The head, I think, looks good. I like the body. I like some of the newness here. Almost would have liked her to have been a traditional traffic cone style figure instead of real legs. They could have maybe saved some money doing it that way, and maybe we could have got some accessories, some magic effects or something like that with her, or a flight stand maybe. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So an interesting one. I don't know. Somewhere in the middle is where I'm going to view these three figures here. But I definitely have seen worse, but I've definitely seen better. I guess that's the good final thought on this one. But what are your final thoughts on these three? Pick up, pass, not sure. Not sure what you're doing with your life anymore. Let me know. At the end of the day, you just ask yourself, what if? What if I purchased these? Or what if I didn't purchase these? You can ask that question there all day long. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, if you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, including early access to videos like this over on the Patreon channel. And as you guys know, Patreon, your best way to support this very YouTube channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on, of course, Instagram and Threads. So for Goliath, Gamora, and Agatha, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.